Hello and welcome. My camera keeps trying to focus on my background, so if I'm out of focus, I'm sorry. We're only going to be on my face for a minute here. But today I'm going to be decluttering, swatching. Maybe I shouldn't lead with decluttering. Today I'm going to be swatching all of my teal eyeshadows and just seeing if I still like everything that I have in my collection, decluttering if I feel like it'll make my collection stronger, if there's shades that I don't love that much. I'm kind of surprised that I have enough in this like teal category to make it its own video, but these shadows really just didn't feel like they fit in with my green shadows and they didn't fit in with my blue shadows. So it's kind of like my teals and my mints, and I'm really excited about it. Some of my favorite shades like Party Monster from Give Me Glow are in here, and I just can't wait to have a good time and just fill up my arms with this beautiful shimmery goodness. So let's switch over to my hands and get into it. Okay, so here's my palette of teal-ish eyeshadows. I'm kind of just saying teal as an umbrella term for anything between green and blue. So yeah, teal. Let's do the mattes first because I feel like I know there's less of them and they're going to be like an easier thing to do. So the first one is Tide Pool from Menagerie. This I got, I think last fall. It was part of their, I can't remember the name, but their most recent palette, and I just bought 2 singles from it, both of which are in here actually. So this was the matte, and I liked it. I thought it was kind of unique in my collection. I haven't used it that much. I feel like I'm not using that many colorful mattes nowadays, but I do like it. This one's depotted from my Creepy Cute palette, and I do wonder how similar it is to the previous one. You know, I think they're different enough that I am going to keep them for now. This one's a little bit more green, and this one's like a little bit more like light blue. I don't think I said that in today's intro, but I'm not trying to like only keep one of each color or anything like that. I just want to make sure I like all the shadows. So if there's repeats but they're all good and I like them, then that's fine with me. Oh, this one is Ludic from Divina. I feel like it's like kind of like a dusty robin's egg. Yeah, no complaints. It's that one there. It looks like a stormy ocean sky to me. And I think this one's pretty similar. This is Seaside from Give Me Glow. Maybe it's a little bit deeper. Oh, it's actually quite a bit deeper. Those would probably work really well together then. They're like the same exact tone. This next one I feel like I've had forever, but this is Formation from ColourPop. I really do enjoy ColourPop's colorful mattes, and this is no exception. Yeah, I like that one a lot. I feel like this is like a very 80s kind of teal. Okay, and then this last matte is a bit more on the chopping block. This was depotted from a Jeffree Star palette, and I don't think that palette has the best quality. I don't know, I kind of like this type of shade. But yeah, I feel like I don't like the pigment of this one as much, and it comes up a little bit more dull than what my perfect version of this color is. So even though it's kind of unique in my single shadows, I am going to declutter it. Maybe in the future I'll get this color again in a formula that I like better and like with a little bit more brightness to it than what I get here. I also know there's a similar shade in the Michaela and Glamlight palette, which I have. And if I want a shade like that, I'm better off just reaching into that palette than using this one. Yeah, I don't want to keep shades that don't excite me just because they're unique, you know? Like I don't need to have everything I could ever need right now, especially when like that's not the perfect one. Like I feel like that's not really filling the hole that it seems like it would fill, you know? I'm tempted to leave these on my hand because there's not that many of them, but I think this is valuable real estate, and I'd like to make sure I can fit all of my shimmers. So I'm gonna wipe this off my hand and then we'll come back for the shimmers. Okay, let's start with these brighter ones up top, and then we'll kind of work into this section of like really similar colors that I love. So this first one is a Luxie shadow. It's called Aquarius. I think this is like from their older permanent line. It's like a very slippery formula, as I like to say, and I'm not crazy about it. I'm gonna declutter it. That was easy. This next one is also from Luxie, but they're kind of like thicker formula that I like more. This is Apollo. I think this was part of the Butterfly Kisses collection. Yeah, it's like just a way nicer finish. Just a lot more shine. It's also a lot more green than Aquarius was. But I like all that like reflective shimmer in there. Then we have two from Menagerie. This one's called Turtle Club. It's a trifoil. I feel like in the pan especially, it looks very similar to the previous one. But it definitely does have more of like a gold reflect. Yeah, pretty. And then this one I think of just like as the deeper version of Turtle Club, but I think it's different. This one's called Fluke. I actually am not crazy about that one. I think I'm going to declutter this. Like, I like how it looks in the pan. Just on the swatch, it looks so boring. It doesn't look that shiny. And I just feel like I'm never going to use this. Yeah, I'm going to declutter this one. Sometimes I go into these videos thinking I know exactly what I'm going to do, and I just don't know. Which is why this is so fun, because I can't just do it in my mind. Like, you have to actually go through and swatch all your shadows to see which ones hold up and which ones compare. Let's just quickly go over these two new ones. I recently did a video with my Divina Moonscapes, and these two were part of this video. This one's not a Moonscapes. It's called Twinkle Toots, but it's like one of their newer releases from last Black Friday. Really shimmery. I think this one's definitely more on like the blue side. Oh, I like that a lot. Yeah, that's up my alley. Cute. And then Earthshine is what I have on my eyes right now, and in the intro and outro, and in my what I bought in February video, and also I swatched on my eyes in that Moonscapes video, because it's one of the Moonscapes. It's so beautifully it's so beautifully shimmery, and I really like it. They're definitely kind of like silver-ish shades, but this one has like enough pigment that it does really look like a teal. Sorry if I'm out of focus half the time, but I think the shimmers actually look really beautiful if they're kind of out of focus anyway. Okay, this next one, I feel like I've had forever. This is Malibu from Colored Rain. I'm surprised I don't have any others like this in my collection, because I feel like I would be almost open to decluttering it, just because it's kind of like old and not that shimmery, but it gets the job done. It is pretty nice. It is pretty nice. I'll give it that. And like, I mean, I think I say this in the outro anyway, but I used this today to deepen up this in the outer corner, and like it worked really well, and it would really work well for any of these shades. I mean, I guess except for this one and this one because I decluttered them, but any of the surviving shades, it would like make a good deepener. Okay, let's hop over to this one. This is Mermaid Waters from Give Me Glow. I don't know what they call this shadow. Oh, I think they call it like a topper. A glitter topper, I want to say. I'm not sure. But it's one of their more expensive shadows, and I think it's really nice. I really never reach for it just because I don't use that many darker shadows like this one. But it is so pretty. In my view, I can see like a Kelly green in it also. I don't think that's coming across on camera, but it's really nice. It is like a little bit more flaky, but it does smooth out, and like it has a lot of reflect. Really pretty. And then let's talk about this one also. This is Oculus from Cleona. It was in my first Cleona purchase ever. I've since kind of realized that these black-based multichromes aren't really my jam for the same reason as Mermaid Waters, that I just don't use that many colorful, dark shimmers. But this is really pretty, and I need to like remember to use it more as like a liner or something like that. It's really just like a crazy transformative shade. Yeah, I think it's coming across on camera too, that it's like bright purple, royal blue, teal, forest green. It has like it all in there. Really like show-stopping, spectacular shade. So I really love this kind of like type of shimmer that we have going on in here. And I think you can tell by the way that I have a bunch of them. I didn't even realize I had like so many shades that look so similar in the pan, but I guess we'll find out if they really are that similar. So this is the other new Menagerie one that I bought last fall that was part of the new palette. This is called Ink Defense. I think this one is supposed to be a multi-chrome. I really like the formula of this, And in my finger, it just looks like gray, green, and purple. Really pretty. And this one has a very warm base also. I like that one a lot. Let's just go over to Party Monster. I love this shadow. This is from Give Me Glow. It's that same like glitter topper formula. This is like one of my favorite shades in my whole collection. I really recommend this if you're looking for like a crazy shadow. It has like a similar kind of reflect as that last one, but it's just like, it's so much more and it's so shimmery on top of that. I love that shadow. This one kind of has like a warm purple base. Love it. Let's see. This one's from Divina. This is Messier. Also, really love this shadow. Really similar also. I gotta type. I think Messier's a little bit more blue than these lean. But yeah, pretty similar and I like them all a lot. Let me just try to get out of the way all of the shadows that I think like really fit into that category. This one's new in my collection. This is Terra Moon's Perseus. It's part of the bundle at Urban Outfitters, and I have a video on that went up recently on my channel where I swatched this. I really like the shadow. I think this might be a little bit more tame. Let's see. Alright, I wouldn't say it's more tame, but I'd say this one's different because I'm not sure how much it's coming across on camera, but it has like a lot of like brown and gold in it that I haven't noticed before. So it's unique in that way. Like it's like purple and then that like teal color, brown and yellow. Maybe some green too. Oh my god. All right, yeah. You could tell in real time that I wasn't expecting all that, but that's so pretty. Let's see, what do we have over here? Oh, this is Luxie Supersonic. Sometimes these Luxie ones really surprise me. I don't always expect them to like live up in the same way to these like more expensive shadows. But sometimes they do anyway. The formula feels really nice. Okay, yeah, this one's more sheer. It has really nice reflect. It has like less of a base, but it has like that like purpley teal and like gold to it. So it's special in its own way. Like I feel like it's not always as breathtaking, but sometimes on your eyes, like it's easier to wear because I could just put this over nothing and call it a day. That would actually probably look really pretty. I want to do that. Yeah, I'm excited about that shadow. I need to use that more. Next, let's talk about this Adept one. Oh, this one doesn't have a sticker on it, so I always forget what it is, but it's part of the, like, it was like a 4-pack expansion of the eye formula that I bought when I bought Plain Jane. I don't think they have it anymore, but it's so good. I think it's like ACI 13 or something, but I love the shadow. I'm sorry to tell you. I don't think you can get it, but I love it. This one's actually pretty similar to Supersonic, but I think maybe it has more colors in it, or at least like it catches the light a little bit more. But it's like a kind of similar idea with like the less base, but like really reflective, kind of like grungy tones on it. And actually when I move my hand away from my ring light and just into like regular light in my room, all of these are looking pretty gold. So I don't know what to believe anymore, but like all of these shadows are gorgeous. They're all just so gorgeous. Okay, I changed my memory card. I hope that didn't affect our angle. We have a couple left to swatch. So this one I'm a little bit worried for. This is Misfit from Luxie. This is also like one of their older shades, and it feels like a very smooth formula. Let's see. It is like kind of, it's like somewhere in between these shades and these shades with less of a base. Like it has something, but it doesn't have that like same shimmer. I kind of want to keep it, but I don't know. I don't know if I could really say any of these are like this, but better. Maybe that one? What was that one? Was that the Divina shadow, the third one? I'm going to declutter it. I don't need it. I like these shadows a lot more that have all that shimmer. I don't need this just because like it's not an exact dupe to something else, you know? That's a bad reason to keep something. Especially when like these shadows are so good and I wouldn't want to grab for this instead of any of these. And I probably wouldn't anyway. Like realistically, if I kept this, I would probably never use it because I love all of these and I feel like I don't get any use out of any of them. That's just how it feels. So yeah, all right, I'm happy with that. The next one is Azure from Cleona. This I got in the fall, so it's kind of newer in my collection, and I've barely used it. Some of the Cleona shades look really sparkly in the pan. This is not a shade like that, so let's see. Yeah, it's really not like shimmery. Like it has like a reflect, but it's like a very smooth type of shadow. Oh, I don't really know what to make of that. I don't know if I like that. I don't know. It looks interesting. I think I'm going to keep it. Like, I feel like, all right, here's my thoughts. I really just believe in Cleona. So I don't think that a shade from them would be uninteresting enough that I would like swatch it and want to declutter it. And the fact that I'm feeling like that right now just makes me feel like I'm wrong. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to use it on my eyes like tomorrow and put it to the test. And I'll put a note in here if I decided to keep it or declutter it. So yeah, it's kind of like on notice, but I'm not really excited about it from the look of it right now. Next, let's do this one. This is from Give Me Glow. It's called Gifts Galore. This is like the really nice textured formula. That like just slid onto my hand so easily. It is different. Like it's definitely darker than these other ones. And it's more of just like bronze to blue. It doesn't have the same like duochromaticness, but I really like it. And this would probably be a good candidate to deepen up the outer corner of one of those also. In fact, maybe this is the one that's the better version of Misfit. I think like we might have cracked the code there. Gifts Galore isn't necessarily like a shimmery shadow in the same way like some of those are. But like that's how you do a reflective shadow. It's just like really reflective. Okay, and then this last one, I feel like it's a similar color minus being a duochrome. So it's kind of unique in that way. This is Keep It Fun from Sydney Grace. I have a Juvia's Place shadow in my Magic palette that is kind of similar, and that like is what inspired me to want this. But I feel like I've never used this, or like only to swatch it. It's just interesting how similar like all these can look in the pan. And then like that's just so different. But I do like it. It's definitely more of just like a normal metallic shadow, but it's a nice metallic shadow. And I think this also, like, you know, I said today I used Malibu to deepen up Earthshine. But I think this would have been like another alternative that would have just made it not as bright. And that could have been really pretty too. So yeah, this one's staying. So yeah, that's the verdict. I am decluttering 1 matte and 3 shimmers, and then we have one more shimmer, that Cleona one that's on watch that I already put a note in about whether or not I kept it. I'm pretty happy to know that I have all of these shadows and they're all so pretty. Wow, that's so pretty. So yeah, those are my new and improved palette of teals. Okay, that was the swatch party. Let me fill you in on what's on my eyes. I have Divina Earthshine on most of my lid, and then I have a little bit of Malibu from Colored Rain on the outer edge just to deepen it up a little bit. My lower lash line is Seaside by Give Me Glow with a little bit of Perseus from Terra Moons just to add like a little bit of shimmer to the lower lash line too. But I hope that was entertaining. If you like swatches of shimmery, beautiful indie eyeshadows, then please give me a like, subscribe. There's way more of these already on my channel from very recently doing this with other color stories, and there's more to come. So yeah, thank you so much for watching.